slow or too fast, it will take care of it. And it's really this tremendous insurance policy.
The most critical part of the procedure is the testing of the device.
Here we go.
The patient is given a shock that puts his heart into overdrive. The heart starts fluttering rather than beating steadily. Ventricular fibrillation, they call it. Sudden cardiac death. It's the only way to test the device.
When we were putting in the defibrillator is when we induced this ventricular fibrillation, this very fast heart rhythm. You saw a lot of very rapid squiggles on the screen, and that was the heart beating very, very chaotically with multiple short circuits swirling around the heart, resulting in the heart beating 400 or 500 beats a minute. So 10 joules, which is about 500 volts. Yeah, this shows the whole readout from how we induce it with a shock, and this is the VF. And it takes, you can see, about 8 seconds for the device to charge up and get them out of the rhythm.
The trick is to customize the implantable defibrillator so it delivers the lowest level of energy that can still get the heart beating back to its normal rhythm.
There's more and more enthusiasm about the benefits of electricity. I know for many, many years there was a lot of debate over, was it better to treat patients with sudden cardiac death with medications or with defibrillators? And now the studies are available showing that defibrillators are better than medications, at least the medications we have now. So there's a case where electricity won, where electricity was better.
This is a Utah arm, one of the newest links between human and machine. The device uses the body's own electrical impulses to operate and control an electrical arm. John Migueles worked with amputees, teaching them how to use and operate the myoelectric arm.
Right now there's a race between limb transplant and electronics. We start off with a silicone skin, and inside it there are electrical motors that control the opening and closing of the fingers. Next, very often we have a electrical motor here that operates wrist rotation, supination or pronation. Then we also have an electrical motor over here that controls this transmission that you can see, that controls flexion and extension of the elbow. The microcomputer is mounted right here, and that processes all that information. One of the neat things about the hand is it offers a lot of pinch force, over 22 pounds of pinch. So we need to be very careful when we're grasping things.
Bob Goodman controls his bionic arm by contracting his biceps and triceps muscles.
I like to grab my brother's hand and squeeze and kind of watch his eyes a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit of bionic feeling.
Ironically, it was electricity that destroyed Bob Goodman's arm in the first place. He was up on a roof removing a television antenna when something went wrong.
This antenna became top heavy and came in contact with high voltage lines in back of us, some 12,500 volts. It was an aluminum ladder that I was on, and so it became very hot and burnt my leg. Luckily, I was knocked loose of the ladder and hit the ground, because some of the doctors think, well, with that amount of volts, your heart probably did stop. When I hit the ground, it kind of jump-started my heart again. So I felt very fortunate when I learned this, that I got a second chance at life, even though I was missing my right arm.
When the brain sends an electrical signal to flex the arm muscle, the signal, or impulse, is intercepted at the muscle site by electrodes, or skin sensors. This electric impulse is then amplified and used by a microcomputer to control the electrical motors in the arm.
The patient has to be able to produce two independent signals or muscle contractions. Typically with Bob in this situation, we're using biceps and tricep muscles, but he has to be able to fire those independently. If he were to fire them together, it would tell the hand to open and close at the same time, which would just create a little jitter in the hand.
In a myoelectric arm, when you lock the elbow here to make the hand work, to unlock this elbow, it takes the flex of both muscle sites at the same time and then an instant relaxation. So for me to get that elbow to unlock, it took quite a few months actually. I would always flex one site before the other. So it was releasing the elbow is what took me the most time to get down.
So how are things going? You having any particular problems?
Not really. I've put a new harness on and snugged up the fit in my socket, so it seems to be responding really well.
Great. How's that battery doing?
Well, I'll turn this arm off here, and the batteries are holding up real well. This new battery pack is lasting 4 to 5 days for me. A lot.
Okay.
And stuff. It's opening and closing the same amount of effort for both. Open this and clean this.
Okay. Open and close. Good. Close. Great.
When I first tried it on, I think there was a hint of having an electrical arm this close to my body, but as soon as I was able to make the arm work and the hand to work, and that all disappeared. I thought it was so neat that a person could make a lifelike hand work so effortlessly that fright left right away. It became more of an enhancement than a threat right away. It's been releasing real well.
A Utah arm can cost anywhere from $45,000 up to $120,000. Just left the lights on, which means that
I've chosen to wear this arm every day, so maybe I didn't learn quite enough lesson from an electrical shock because I still wear an electrical arm.
Okay. Good for another 10,000 miles.
Yeah, good.